I also do want to say that I had a mental breakdown. Good morning, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we are doing some drafting and cutting, and I want to see if I can do it until 12, and then I want to do some more sewing on alterations. So I'm trying to split it in half. I woke up like, I think it was 6:35 this morning, and did some work. Work on my private project because I'm really excited about that, and I'm trying to do things differently currently. So I decided that we're going to dedicate 8 hours to Jewellz Closette. So that's the sewing and alterations business. Within that 8 hours, I think I'm going to dedicate, after those 8 hours, I think I'm going to dedicate 2 hours to Chalks and Cheeks, which is my slow fashion brand. And anything outside of that 10-hour gap, I'm going to be dedicating to all the other private projects that I want to do. That's not going to be an everyday thing because, every day is different, but that is the idea that I have. And so I woke up this morning, I was able to start working on my private projects first. I reached a certain point where I'm really happy about it. It's currently almost 9:15, which means that the business is opened. Sewing and alterations, Jewellz Closette is open, and we gotta get things done. So I'm going to be drafting and cutting out some custom made orders that came in. And by 12, hopefully, we are going to start sewing the adjusting, doing repairs or whatever it is I need to be doing. So I'm really excited about that. I'm trying a new technique. I'm trying a new way to see if I'll get through my work faster and not be frustrated at the end of the day because we have deadlines or whatever. So I'm looking to see how that works out. Yesterday I bought a lint roller, and just to pick up all the thread and stuff, and honestly I can't find the opening to take this sheet off and have like a brand new sheet. So I'm gonna try to see if I can figure that out. I also do want to say that I had a mental breakdown. I want to say like a brief mental breakdown yesterday. We had so much things to do, so I went and bought fabric. I did fabric shopping yesterday with my mom, and my sister was there as well too. And then I had another client who came to collect her three-piece suit, and I had some adjustments to just do on it, and then she took that and she was able to go with that. But it was just one thing after the next, and I really wanted to do some sewing yesterday, but after everything, dealing with my mom and my sister and the client and everything, I just honestly wanted to go and sleep. And so I spent probably 4 hours just doing absolutely nothing, creating content, but literally doing nothing. So today, and then in the afternoon, I decided, oh, let's work on some projects that we have, which frustrated the living daylights out of me. And I got really, flustered and frustrated. And so I had a mental breakdown. And I had an epiphany, and I had ideas that flowed that maybe I just need to have better systems in place in order to do better in the working environment. So we're gonna try that and see what happens. I am gonna be drafting and cutting right now, and hopefully I'll finish before 12, but I'm giving myself until 12, and when 12 reaches, I'm gonna have lunch, and at 1 to 4, then I'm gonna sit down and do sewing and alterations. So wherever I've reached with whatever project I'm doing, I am just gonna stop and try, just move on to the next thing. So that is the update right now. Today is actually April the 30th, I think it is. So that's nice. And I have so much videos that need to be edited, but I don't have an editing day this week yet. And I'm honestly thinking about going to Starbucks and just sitting down and actually doing editing there, because it's gonna be a change of scenery, it's gonna be so much different, and I can actually dedicate a certain amount of time, like be focused on it instead of constantly seeing this bad boy. So I am thinking about doing that because I do need to get these videos out, and I have a backlog of videos. I really need to get them out. So I'm gonna be working on that and seeing, but right now we're gonna draft and cut. So I am currently having breakfast, but what I wanted to talk about, honestly, because I can't just sit and have breakfast and just chill. It never happens. What I wanted to talk about is the fact that the first thing I'm going to draft out. So I wanted to draft out the skirt for my repeat client already, but I realized that I don't have an idea. I think she wanted a straight skirt. I can't remember, so I'm gonna have to call her for that. So we're not even gonna waste time, right? I have to draft flare pants. Now it's not palazzo. At least my mom said it's not a palazzo pants, but she just wanted like an A-line look, like more flare on the side seam. So I don't know if you can see this. Don't come from my drawing, but this is the side seam here. And so the idea that I have is to, like how you make an A-line skirt, basically, so to draft out the entire pants, and then I'm gonna cut up on the green line that's gonna be smack dab in the middle, and I'm gonna close the dot off and allow that to kick, and then I'm gonna add the extra on. She wanted 30 inches in circumference at the bottom here, so I'm gonna have to add on a lot. Now, I'm not sure. So we're going to be doing some trial and error, some testing to see whether or not it makes sense. This outfit is due in 6 weeks, so I do have a little bit more leeway, more time, but I do want to start this thing right now because I have tons of other projects that are also coming up and additional ones that are going to come. So I don't want to just leave this for last minute, especially because it's my mom as well too, and I do want to place more importance on her items as well. So we're going to be making this, we have to put in pockets. It's getting pockets, it's getting elastic at the back, it's getting a basic waistband in the front, it's getting a zipper. It's a lot going on, but I need to make sure that the fit of the pants is proper. And then I also need to make sure that this A-line thought that I have going on in my brain actually works. So we're gonna draft this out, and I can't cut anything else either because I don't have the scrap material to do it, but I'm gonna draft it. So once it's drafted, I feel better about life. And then we're gonna draft all the other things.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret.
Okay, so it is 12:30 and we got one pattern done. One pattern! I wanted to finish by 12, at least cut out the 3 patterns by 12, and that's not gonna happen because it's 12:30 and I just finished one pattern. And that's a pants pattern. I don't even know if it's fitting properly because I have to do the toil and everything. I don't have the material to do that right now. And then plus, my mom has to come and try it on, so yeah. And I called another client. I called my other client to find out, like to just make sure that I understood exactly what she wanted with regards to the skirt. Now she wants inverted pleats with the skirt. So we're gonna have to do 2 front inverted pleats on that skirt. And it's just, I have to watch a video tutorial. So we have that to do. And also I want to start drafting out this pattern again because guys, I literally threw the pattern for this away because I didn't think that the person would come back to get another exact dress made, just slightly larger. So I literally flinged the pattern. So that is bad on me. And now I'm going to do over this pattern again. It should not take forever. It might take like an hour and actually do it and cut it. So I think this is next on my list, maybe, and then the skirt, or maybe the other way around, I don't know. But today is actually turning into just a pattern and cutting day instead of do pattern and cutting in the morning and then do sewing and alterations in the evening. I don't think I'll be doing much sewing and alterations, probably like by about 3 o'clock. Then we're going to think about that. But this and the other skirt is what I need to work on right now. But it's 12:30. So I'm going to be taking my hour lunch, which means I'm going to be finishing eating at like 1:30. and then we're going to start working. And if by 3 we are done with these, I'm honestly not in the mood to cut this out, honestly. And I don't know, maybe can I like leave it for tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday. I don't know if I want to leave it to tomorrow. I find pattern cutting is such a thing where you need fresh brain, and that's for me, that's in the morning. Anything after 12 now, I'm just like, ugh, I don't want to do. And I can do other things that are aimless, like for instance sewing and alterations. So after I eat, then we'll figure out what we're doing for the rest of the day, but we need to complete something today and get something over and done with, and lessen down the amount of work that we have, because we have a lot of work coming in. Maybe I'll work on this. I have to take off 6 inches off of this, and this is a tear dress, so I'm going to be taking off 6 inches off of this dress, and this is due Friday. So let's see after we are done eating. So I just thought I'd update you guys, because honestly, it's like recording videos while you are trying to work is so much time consuming. It's so time consuming and it's just crazy. But I just want to update you on what happened. So did the pants pattern and everything, can't further that. I think I mentioned that already. I can't further that until I got the fabric, right? So we moved on to this piece of fabric here, which actually we are making a skirt. It's a skirt with 2 inverted pleats. That's what we're doing with this. I did the pattern, like I cut out everything, and I realized that probably I did it wrong, because I used the waist measurement instead of the hip measurement. So I'm assuming that I need to use the hip measurement, because this client's, their hips are way wider. It's like 10 inches wider than their waist. So I think I have to use the hip measurement to make those pleats. I have no idea. And after I cut out this piece and I recognized that I was doing it wrong, I felt defeated, and so I put it down. So we moved on from this and we went straight to doing this again, because it's taking me a lot of trial and error to do this, honestly, and it's kind of frustrating. But I think after 10,000 tries that I'll get it perfect, and then I'll be able to do the rest that will come, and I'll be able to do even additional more things. So I was able to do this again. I really hope that when this is tried on again, that it's level. I try my best to level it on both sides, guys. It's crazy, but I made sure I'm based on this, because we are not stitching full stitch and then to take out the base thing, the stitch and everything. Like, we're not doing that. So I base it down, and I think it's level now. I hope it is, because it was pulling slightly in the back here. And so I hope it's not doing that anymore. And if it is, well, I'm just going to scream and unpick it again, because that's the only solution, right? I reinforced, because these buttons were falling out. I reinforced these buttons here. So honestly, the only thing to get done is to just make sure this works. Once this works, I'm stitching it up, and that would be that. And this would be completed. So I did say that I would choose whether or not I was going to do this. I don't think I'm going to do this today. I might do this tomorrow. I'm just not in the mood for this situation right now. I might do that tomorrow. This might get done today depending on time. I want to finish at 4 and it's currently 3 o'clock. So what I'm going to move on to is this. This is already basted and everything. It was tried on. It fits perfectly. So I'm going to stitch this one up. And also too, the blue one here just needs some adjusting. As you can see, I drawed out what it needs adjusting on. So I'm going to adjust this. The other side fit perfectly well. We're just going to adjust this a little bit, and we're going to stitch that up, and we're going to have 2 of those completed. I'm so excited. And hopefully it'll be 4 o'clock by then. I think it'll be 4 by then. And maybe this will get done. Maybe, I'm not too sure, but I do want to finish at 4. So I'm pretty happy where we are at right now. This is weird. I had a mental breakdown last night, and now look at us. We are living life. So I'm gonna get back to my music, and I'll see you guys in the next clip.
I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down, they wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt, they're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. They don't wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time.
This is where I'm at in the workday. I'm signing out at 4 today, so we can't do anything else. I decided that I'm gonna start pinning down to do the top stitch because apparently it's not working any other way because the other side is pulling and it is pissing me off a lot. Where is that? Okay, I took it out, but it's pulling, as you can see. It's not supposed to look like that. It's supposed to lie down very straight. So that's not working, so I'm gonna base that as well too, and we're gonna figure out how we're doing that, but that is tomorrow's problem. To recap, this here is actually the pants that I did an A-line pants to see how it work out. So I'll show you guys that tomorrow. If I start cutting it out or something, I'll show you guys that. We did that. We were able to figure out a little bit about what is needed for the skirt. We were able to fix this and hopefully this will be done. We were able to start that and understand exactly what we're doing with that. So we have made progress, even though I feel like I haven't made any progress, but one step at a time. I'm signing out here and I will see you guys tomorrow, but I think I'm going to be closing the video off here because it is April the 30th, which means that tomorrow is May the 1st, and that's exciting. That's really exciting. I cannot believe we are almost to the middle of the year already, and all the goals that I had with regards to exercising and, you know, building my body, yeah, that's gone straight through the door. I exercise, I just don't build my body. So I am going to just wrap up here and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.